Hey, what's going down? I'm Stein with Skin and Bones Project Studios. This is The Skinny. I got a very special guest here with me today. My man goes by the Leopard God. This is Mr. Mike Mongo. We're going to talk a lot about the things he's got going on. He's got a great movement he's doing this year. 2026 is going to be his year. So we're going to learn a little bit about that and a little bit about him and to see how this shit is going down. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to my main man, Mike Mongo. What's up, baby? How you doing, man? Okay, for sure.
Hey, y'all see what he got on, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. TLCLC, if
That's
you don't
right.
know, the Sky Life Club. And you know what? Let's jump in. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
Talk about what that, because I never knew. I never understood what that actually meant. So talk to me a little bit about the Sky Life Club and what it means.
So TSLC is my crew. We started it probably like we had two different versions of it now I think about it. The first version was around 2014 maybe.
Okay.
Second version came 2022. As it says on the shirt.
Okay.
And it was just a group of songwriters, creatives, producers, people who always just aspire to do different things in the music industry or just just be creative. And the name the Sky Life Club just talks about just elevating, want to be higher. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do the best that we can and put our best foot forward and just try to be elevated above the competition. So it's just been something that we've been rolling with for a long time now, the Sky Life Club. So that's us.
So you did mention, I was actively listening, you said it was you started with a group, not necessarily a group, just I guess I would say a group of people that you actually, you started this TSLC with. Those are not the same people you're currently with now?
Some. So
so what happened to the ones that
it's just life, people have kids, people don't want to do music anymore, it's still love, they still rep Sky Life,
That's why I was going with it.
So it's no beef with any of those individuals, just people, move on and they do different things and that's fine. But Osborne has been here since the beginning. KJ's been here since the beginning.
Absolutely. I know KJ. I know Osborne.
Been here since the beginning. So there's been individuals who's still here today who's been around since the beginning.
Okay.
Since the inception, yeah.
You taking any new people on with the Sky Life Club?
Hey, you know what?
Look and tell them.
Look, we're kind of a tight knit group, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be widely accepted.
Okay. Here's what I find is interesting. The nigga may be by the shirt, but he ain't asked me one time that I want to be a part of the Sky Life Club.
Well, check it out. So here's the thing. The Sky Life Club, it's grown into something else. It's not just my selective crew because my fan base is the Sky Life Club. People who support me is the Sky Life Club.
So,
just
like
recently, that's it. We had the event here just recently. We invited all the VIPs who came from the last show.
Banging event.
And there was a Sky Life event, and that's what the Sky Life Club it is. Like I said, going above and representing something that's kind of much more, and it's in every facet, setting the standard by setting the example. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So let me touch on something. I was joking. He actually didn't make me buy the shirt. I thought it was dead ass serious. It's a great product. I believe in what he's doing. And just so you guys know, support is a verb. So when you work with people and they've got a product or they got, a song or something that they want to share with the world, it's okay for us to purchase that. He shouldn't have to give me that product free. He didn't give me the shirt for free and I didn't want him to. So I just think we have to start being more supportive. And I mean, again, support is a verb. So some action behind it. But I do want to say, to me, you're not just an artist. To me, you are so much more the way that you conduct business, the way that you're the only person that I know of who actually puts his own shows on. You're the only person that I know of that when you put the show on, everything is financed by you. Everything that you do, from the step and repeat banners to the wardrobe to the music selection, like you're putting your own money into everything the Sky Life Club. So do you ever? Let me look at my questions here. Do you ever feel like you're making an investment and you don't see the immediate return? Does that create a little bit of, hey, I don't want to do this anymore?
Hell
Any
no.
doubt? I guess what I'm
Nah,
asking.
absolutely not. No, yo, this is a long game. So for anybody who is trying to pursue music, just letting you know, it's not anything that's gonna happen overnight.
Absolutely.
Like Nipsey said, it's a marathon, and you have to plant seeds and continue to water that seed. You have to invest in yourself. You get back what you put in.
Absolutely.
So you have to continue to, to pour into this in every facet of it. So it's not just sitting in the studio. You have to learn the business. You have to learn how to do things in a way where it might not be beneficial right there at that very moment, but you can see 6 months from now, 12 months from now, that you're going to get a return on your investment. And for me, I always try to pour into people who I know who are supporting me. I tend to not really focus on people who have maybe given me a cold shoulder or something like that. And so no, I don't. There's nothing in me that represents quit
any
or
doubt.
giving up or any doubt. Absolutely not.
Let's talk about, Boston. You always represent Boston. You got the B on your hat now.
Indeed.
Matter of fact, when I met you, you had the gear you had on was dope. I mean,
appreciate that.
This color coordination. Let me. I ain't trying to hold this nigga nuts, but I will say this: if you can see the gear, right? We're looking at a leopard. Don't even ask this nigga how much this costs. Shit is expensive. But the gear, the fashion, like you put it together so well. So let me ask you this. Do you have a stylist? Because your shit is always on point, bro.
Yes, I do have a stylist. Her name is Rhonda, EA Designs. She's also part of TSLC.
Tell them one more time. Rhonda?
Rhonda, shout out to Rhonda, EA Designs. I take that back. I hate doing shout outs. Salute to Rhonda.
Salute to Rhonda.
Salute to Rhonda, EA Designs. Been working with her for at least 2-3 years now.
She cold.
Yeah,
she cold.
She's phenomenal. A lot of the leopard pieces that you see, she's helped, create and coordinate all of that. And she has a team of people that she works with. She's been on sets and video shoots and stuff like that with me.
She cold.
So she with her, and everything else is, my own, kind of putting it together.
I was about to say, you have some, because your shit is still fly. She brings it to the table, but you actually bring it to life.
Indeed.
Right. So that was one thing that stuck with me. I met this gentleman. It was an event somebody had here on Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
The shit was trash, but he was the dopest nigga in the building. No lie, I'm not just saying this because nigga sitting here.
I appreciate
the event
that.
was absolute garbage. Shit was trash. But I ain't gonna call no names and shit like that. But when I tell you, he came very professional, looked like an artist. He actually looked like, I was like, damn, who is this guy? He was the most humble person in the room. And at the end of the day, we realized he was also the dopest nigga in the room. So I think, did I reach out to you and say, hey man, let's work together? I'm not even sure.
No, it was the same day. With the same day we talked about the skinny.
Yeah.
And I locked it in right then and there.
Yeah, we locked it in. Yeah. We did an episode of the skinny this guy anyway. But he just believes in investing in his future, and we've been cool ever since. Like, this is my dude.
I appreciate that.
I do understand that, this is a business, but this is my guy, man. So
well, it's just real fast. So I just did Industry's Most Wanted podcast, and the same thing that you're talking about came up. Tampa Mystic, she asked me about treating people how you want to be treated, investing in yourself, and paying people. And I think a lot of artists don't realize it goes a long way. 100%. It goes a long way, and it necessarily doesn't mean that you're always going to pay the same fee. When you build a rapport and a relationship with somebody, right? They might be like, you know what? I'm gonna take $100 off on this one. You're always doing business with me. I believe in what you're doing. And you have to pay to play. I hate to say it like that, but that's how this industry works. And me personally, I've always been inspired by the independents or the artists who have a strong independent hustle. So we talk about like, E40, Master P.
Absolutely.
Oakland just in general, like the Bay Area, they get busy when it comes to the independent game.
Yeah,
for sure. The South and everything that they have contributed independently. Houston and their independent movement. I hear Slim Thug talk about, their independence and what they did for.
Did you just burp?
I did. Excuse me.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm inspired by that. I'm inspired by that. So for me, Number one, I want my name to always be good in the streets. I want people to always say Mike Mongo does good business. Oh, Mike Mongo reached out to you, hit him back. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a good dude. And once again, about the longevity, I'm planting the seeds because I'm not giving up. I'm not going to throw in the towel. So I need to make sure that my business is right and I'm handling business and treating people how I want to be treated.
You know what? It's funny you say that. And all those are great things and great words, but you're absolutely right. And I used to always tell people, I want to be the guy that I call somebody and they answer the phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I don't want to be like this nigga. You know what I mean? So having that mindset, that's because you treat people right. That's because you do good business. Because I don't want to be that guy that when I make a call, if I call Maddie B, she like, I ain't calling this nigga. I don't even talk to this nigga.
Yeah.
But she answers the phone. She might even be busy and she'll still answer the phone,
Right.
and vice versa. So I want to be that guy. And you are that guy, especially here at Skin and Bones Project Studios.
This is my home. I love it here.
Oh, for sure.
I'm here.
And he's not lying. He's here quite a bit. We do, obviously we do the podcast, but I've mixed a couple of songs for this guy, man. He actually put on a ridiculous event here. It was January 31st.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the guy had the whole place laid out. Big, huge step and repeat banners. He had a private chef. The food was fantastic. He had some hoes in there too. This nigga had some hoes in there. But it was dope, man. Just the way that it all came about. And he had some dope people. You know what's interesting? I learned a lot about you and how you move just watching you coordinate that event here. Because
Really?
for sure, because it was done so well,
Mm-hmm.
right? You took your time, you made sure it was done well, and it was received really well. Like we all thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you don't know,
that.
if you ever go to a Mike Mongo show, he will get butt naked. The nigga stood right there, took his shirt off and stood on a chair and had this motherfucker rocking. And then I was behind the nigga, so all I saw was his back and his pecs and shit. No homo, no diddy. I was like, this nigga ripped. So he just standing, but you do your thing, man. I mean, you do your thing.
That.
So let's talk about fitness for a minute, man, because that's kind of your thing, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, and I noticed, women, they like that shit. They like a dude that's confident, like a dude that's fit. So do you do the whole physical fitness thing for some of the audience, or do you do it because you just genuinely like to be in shape?
I do it for two main reasons.
The two I just said.
Pretty much. The first one is it's my personal time, my personal space. It's me being selfish with me.
Okay.
It's me working on me. Even if I'm there for an hour, it's 1 hour out of the day where it's just for me.
So it's therapy.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think that, and this is for anybody who wants to, get into fitness or wants to start, moving their body or doing anything like that. Think about it. You at work 8 hours a day. You might drive an hour to get there, an hour to get back.
Yeah, 10.
So that's 10 hours out of the day. You still got to sleep. You're doing stuff for other people. When are you going to stop and just do something for you? So like, whether you take a yoga class or you take a spinning class, or if you want to, do some weight training or something like that, 45 minutes to an hour, take that time back and, invest into yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. Be selfish in that sense.
Absolutely.
So that's the first one. The second thing is I love the discipline. I'm a very disciplined individual, and I think that being disciplined in the gym and setting goals and being patient and being able to wait until you achieve those goals, it kind of rolls into many things within life.
Yeah.
With this music thing, like you have to, like I said before, you have to plant seeds, and you might not see the fruits of your labor immediately. So me going into the gym, I might feel different, but I might look in the mirror after working out, and I might not necessarily see it right away.
Right.
But months from now, that's when you start to see it, like, oh, okay.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So those are the main two.
Well, if you work hard, you'll see the results.
You work hard,
if you're
exactly.
Just in there playing, no. I want to talk to you about something that I think is critically important to anything you do, whether it be music or hobby that you just kind of are involved in.
Mm-hmm.
Your support team, your support factor. So I feel like his wife is absolutely amazing. Comparable to my wife. She allows this to happen. She allows me to spend time away from her to do podcasts and music and mix music.
Absolutely.
But your wife is amazing. Your whole family.
That.
I met your two sons. I was fortunate enough to meet them. They're talented with their video editing, and just the camera works crazy. But talk to me about your wife, man, and how how you knew that she was the one and she would be receptive to all the things to you sharing for her. I'm
Right.
sorry, for her to share you with all of us.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for that, and salute to Goody. That's my wife's name.
Goody, what's happening with you?
She I knew, you know, the first few days of us meeting, when, you know, when we first started dating, you know, it's a lot of women, especially here in Metro Atlanta, a lot of the guys that they meet, and they're meeting an athlete, they're meeting somebody who's in entertainment, they're meeting somebody who, you know, is probably into fast money, doing whatever the case may be. So it's different when you meet someone such as myself who has a plan and who's executing the plan, but also has the talent to kind of go with it. And I think that she saw early on that it was different.
Okay.
And she I won't say that she bought into it, but it became her dream as well. So it's not just mine.
Right.
Like this is something that we share together.
Damn.
You know, so it's completely different from, you know, just having a girlfriend or just having somebody on the side who, oh yeah, my man does this, black. And they're like, no, like she's invested. She's invested, yeah.
Have you ever been around somebody that you felt like, hey, I'm better than this nigga, but he was able to, you know, get in places and have a little bit more success or share more success than you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, so there's been a few people, you know, I've thought that a few times.
Yeah.
The difference is I still can be happy for somebody, because I've said this before in interviews, if you're finding success in this business, man, salute to you. If you're finding any type of success in this business, whether it be you're building a fan base online, you got a deal, you got whatever, you know, salute to you. You have a solid team, people who support you, man, salute to you, because I know how difficult and how hard it is. You know, there's an artist, I can't even think of his name because I don't even know him, but he randomly last week, this artist, he started following me. He said, hey man, I like your music. You check out my music. I checked out his music. I thought the music was dope. He said, hey, do you mind sharing it? I said, yeah, there's no problem. And I shared it. No problem. I don't know him from nothing, right? But that's how I go about it, you know, like, and I have no problem with doing that for anybody, because I want somebody to do that for me.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I felt that before, but it's.
I mean, I think it's human nature. You know, you're like, this guy made it, and he's not as good. I don't think he's as as good as I am,
the piece of it that comes into play is timing. It wasn't my time.
Got it.
You know, I'm getting, my time is now. I feel it. Everything about what I'm doing now is different. You know,
I see it around you. I see, again, the way you move. Like I said, and it's not a play on words. I didn't mean to cut you off, but your motion is just different right now. Like it's I
appreciate that.
I see it happening. But I also feel like this You Ain't It joint. Can I speak to you?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
So I also feel like this You Ain't It joint is fire. So tell me about how that all came about. How did you guys come up with the production, the concept of that song, You Ain't It?
Yeah, so You Ain't It, it's coming out March 11th. Produced by myself and Be Done Music.
Be Done, what's up, baby?
What's going on, baby? Be Done. And long story short, I was in a little, you know, like when you're like in the creative space and you're making a whole bunch of songs. I was in a creative space and I was just making the songs were just rolling. I was just making song after song after song. And I got to this little sample that I was playing with, and I started working on the beat, and the beat gave me an idea of kind of creating the hook, how the hook is now on it with the call and response.
So the hook's been consistent.
Yeah, so that was the main kind of foundation, and I kind of built like a soft beat around it, but I was noticing that the drums and the things wasn't going like how I wanted to go to support my idea.
Okay.
And Be Done, Tone Jones, you know, there's a few other producers who I've worked with throughout the years. Mike Stacks, Monte Carlos, Max Powers. These are all like consistent people who I've always worked with.
Absolutely.
And you know, even you got some production, some stuff from you. But I reached out to Dunn, and I was like, look, I got this idea. And he was like, yo, I'm gonna listen to it. He listened to it and he went crazy. He said he loved it. And then we built it up from there, and I brought it to you, and the rest is history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love the record, man. And that's the one you really gonna push that one, right?
Yeah.
That was. No, I'm just saying, yo, that shit
Yeah.
is fire. Like, you guys got to hear it, right? You'll understand what I'm talking about when you hear it. I wish it was out now, because this shit is ridiculous.
It's
I would
coming. March
be
11th.
March
Tap in.
11th to
It's
share it
coming.
with you.
You ain't it.
You know, what about the visuals to that record? Are you doing anything with that?
Yeah, so we're actually shooting a visualizer March 8th. I started shooting the music video in November. So we've been filming the music video for a few months. The thing is, we've been going from city to city filming the music video.
So just in pieces.
Yeah, so we shot some in New York, we shot some in Boston, and we're doing a visualizer here in New York. Here in Atlanta.
Okay.
On March 8th. Then we're gonna pick back up and finish the music video towards the end of the month, going into April, and probably drop the full music video going into the spring.
Looking forward to it, man. Am I gonna be in the motherfucker?
Of course, man.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure you get signed in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Indeed.
You know. So that's good to know, man, because again, people, people are very visual nowadays. 100% people are visual. So I'm looking forward to that project. And just like I say, man, just roll with that 110% because it's a banger.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's definitely a banger. I was just bullshitting about the video unless you're gonna put me in it.
Yeah,
but
I'll put you in there.
You know what I mean? But I do want to talk about most people, when you see them in the street, they have like a hip hop starter kit. They got 9 chains on, they got 8 bracelets, 4 watches, and 12 rings on.
Yeah.
But yours looks very authentic. You got a nice gold watch, it's very tasteful. You got a nice gold chain, you know what I mean? And this shit real. So tell me about putting your gear together. Like, I noticed you could have worn silver, but the silver wouldn't have hit the leopard as hard as the gold. Am I right?
So I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So that's me being a leopard god. Let's talk about that for a second. When you think about a leopard, you think about a distinctive appearance.
100%.
You think about the rosette spots. It's something different, right? And that represents me to the core. And I was inspired by all the artists who came before me who had a distinctive look.
Yeah.
So like when I think about Ghostface with the eagle that he had on, like I love seeing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
mean, you're doing it.
Yeah. So like, he's one of my favorite MCs too. I always wanted to have my own thing. Going back to a saying, like my time is now. Years before, I didn't have it. It took me a long time to develop. That's like kind of the artist management piece. The artist development piece, because it takes years to find your look, find your sound, find what works for you.
Right.
In a slew of a million artists, you have to be able to stand out.
You got to be able to stand out.
Yeah, and that's Mizzo, that's Mike Mongo, that's the Leopard God.
Okay.
So,
what this nigga's not telling you is, we sat right upstairs on the couch, and him and my wife, Phoenix, talked about having, first it was a cane.
Yeah. We talked about the cane.
And then we talked about, and this is how this guy is actionable. We mentioned something about leopard.
Yeah.
And this guy goes out and has this shit made. It's sent from like another country. What's his name? Can I touch it?
Yeah. So piggyback. So his wife, Phoenix, amazing. We were sitting down, we was having a conversation, and she was saying, yo, you dress fly, you look the part. And she says, what could you do that's different? What could you do that's, and she challenged me on that. And it was something that I always thought about, something that I always knew, but we were just spinning ideas, and you're not going to come up with it right there in that moment. And after thinking about it, I shot them both a text, and I said, yo, I think I got it. I think I got something that'll work.
100%.
And the Leopard God was born.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
I appreciate
that persona, the Leopard God, when I hear that, what am I supposed to envision?
What you see right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything what you see right now. And I definitely when I get on that stage and I got my shirt off and I got the leopard on the shoulder,
it's cold.
Yeah.
Conan the nigga Barian. you know, shit. The nigga be killing it. So, in closing, man, I want you to, if you had to give some advice to, outside of what he already shared some gems about investing in yourself, but if you had to give a young up and coming artist a solid piece of advice, What advice would that be?
Easy. Don't quit your job. Keep working.
Didn't we just talk about that shit?
Keep working. I'm telling you, you think that these artists that you see on Instagram and TikTok that they got it, they have money, they don't.
Them niggas is broke.
Yeah,
Them niggas is broke.
don't. I'm telling you. The largest amount of money that you can think that you are going to need to finance your music career still isn't enough.
Yeah, it's
you know,
it's
and
never
then,
ending.
Yeah, and then also, if this was, it's not solely about money, but it does help because there are people who do have access to money and unlimited resources who still aren't where they want to be. So don't quit your job because you have to still have a living. You still got to keep a roof over your head. You still got to pay bills. You still got to eat. So that's what that is. And whatever you can budget out to invest into your music, do it.
Do it.
The second thing is build relationships. Build relationships because who you know will put you on and what you know will determine how long you last.
100%.
So that would be my advice.
Say that again. That's awesome. I like that one.
Yeah.
Who you know will put you on.
Who you know will put you on and what you know will determine how long you last.
That's real shit. That's real shit. So you know the Skinny is an interview and performance.
Yeah.
Okay, so what song you performing here tonight on
we
the Skinny?
performing You Ain't It.
You Ain't It. So when we come back, we're going to have my main man, Mike Mongo, perform. You gonna keep your shirt on? Or?
Nah, shirt staying on.
Okay, sure. I wasn't sure. I didn't know, goddamn. But yeah, he's going to be performing that banger, You Ain't It, and you get to hear it here at the Skinny. Is this going to air before it drops?
Yeah.
No,
this is going to air before it drops. We'll have it. We'll have it the week before, the week of.
Okay, so you guys will get a sneak peek. Well, actually, he's going to perform the whole record before it actually drops, right? And then you can kind of understand what we talk about. We say the record is fire, and then you can go buy it. Well, you know what? Have you thought about this? I understand streaming is streaming, right? But matter of fact, I got this from you and Jamal. You ever thought about putting it on Bandcamp and just have people pay what they think it's worth? I would rather just pay $5 and get your project. It's crazy. Like, I love a lot of your songs. To me, that's going to be, true appreciation for the material, right? Streams are great, but isn't that what you guys talked about? You and Mongo, the song Own It? But yeah, man, that record is fire. I'll go ahead and make an investment. I'll buy several copies of it if you're gonna do wax, because I know that's coming back. CDs are coming back.
Well, I'm not 100% sure exactly what I'm going to do because I'm in the middle if I'm going to turn this into an EP or if I'm going to actually turn this into an album. So I've dropped 2 albums before. They're online. You can stream those, Stylistic Dreamer 1 and 2. And the energy around this record and the other records that I have, it feels like a project. It feels like an album. Yeah. So
I got a snapshot of what he's doing. So collaboration, real quick. You got some collaborations on the project?
Yeah, there's some collaborations on the project. I have a record called Stay
Cooking.
Yes, Stay Cooking.
I know this nigga shit.
With Ricky France and Grammy Gert from Roxbury in Boston. So that's a crazy record that's going to be coming this spring. Very excited about that.
Stay Cooking. Look out for that one.
Our records, of course, with TSLC Family, Tara Monique. We got a record called Take Back Time and All the Reasons. So there's definitely
R&B type vibe too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Got to do it for the ladies. Got another record with Sunny AM called Love Controller. So there's some records in the tuck that I've been,
and I've heard. Listen, I've heard several of them. Let me tell you what I haven't heard. I ain't heard no goddamn songs with Stein. That's what I don't understand. I got beats too. But the nigga don't use none of my shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I had to jab this nigga, but this is my guy.
We have records.
This is my guy.
We have records.
Nigga ain't never used it. I done sent this nigga like 8 beats. I got one record he recorded on. We don't even get no promo on it. But anyway, and that's just me being like, I think this nigga's dope. I would love to do a record that he loves and appreciates so we can share it with you. But at any rate, man, we're doing You Ain't It right here tonight on the Skinny. You get to see what we know is dope, what we think is dope, and when we come back, You Ain't It. For sure.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Make room in this bitch for a real one. About to help my niggas make their first million. Make room in this bitch for the leopard god. And all my bitches shaking ass with that leopard on. They been gatekeeping, sleeping on my fucking hustle. But I'm 3-peating every game a triple-double. For that bag, I be tripping every day, I'm dumbing. And these bitches know I'm fucking, that's just how I'm coming. This is facts, me and Stacks was on that Greyhound. City to city, then I landed in the A-Town. Month after month, year after year, the streets will see me grinding. I watch you make it, never hate it, cause I'm always shining. Everybody gets the Addy to the condo. They just wanna say they spent the night with Mongo. We just stomping through this bitch like a stampede. Don't text me first, cause I'll leave your ass on read. You ain't it,
You ain't it,
you ain't it,
you ain't it,
you ain't broke,
you ain't broke,
you ain't sis,
you ain't sis,
you ain't it,
you ain't it,
you ain't it,
you ain't it,
you ain't broke,
you ain't broke,
you ain't bitch,
you ain't shit,
you ain't it,
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 you ain't it, nah, you ain't it,
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 you ain't it, nah. You ain't it, nah nigga, you ain't it. The smoke rise when the fire's lit. You been a hater, but I ain't tripped. Came in, 100 racks. Next up, it's 10 M's. I put sky life on my back. Round here, I been him. Round here, I'm selling out. Pack shows, independent. Check the stats, this ain't cap. I've been up for a minute. Nah nigga, you ain't it. You ain't Jordan, you ain't Kobe. Ain't a portion, ain't a piece, no game 6. You a phony, nah nigga, you ain't it. You ain't built from the dirt. You ain't sacrificed, gave your last. Force yourself to make it work. Nah, nigga, you ain't it. Made way for a payday. Hand in hands on my mans. We was running the same play. Nah, nigga, you ain't it. Pocket watching, throwing shade in that Caucasian off-white. Talking no 3 LeBron James. Big dogs, them dogs bite. Best move is to walk away. Every show I headline. You here, you can feel space. Nah, nigga, you ain't it.
you ain't it,
You ain't it.
you ain't it,
You ain't broke.
you ain't broke,
You ain't sis.
you ain't sis,
You ain't it.
you ain't it,
You ain't it.
you ain't it,
You ain't broke.
you ain't broke,
You ain't bitch.
you ain't bitch,
You ain't it.
you ain't it,
You ain't it.
you ain't it,
You ain't it.
you ain't it,
You ain't it. Nah. You ain't it.
you ain't it,
You ain't it.
you ain't it,
You ain't it.
you ain't it.
You ain't it. Nah.
TSLC, the Skylight Club, Mike Mongo, the Leopard God. Y'all niggas better get with it, you heard? Yeah.
They just wanna say they spent the night with Mongo. And these bitches know I'm fucking. And these bitches know I'm fucking. That's just how I'm coming. And these bitches know I'm fucking. That's just how I'm coming. They just wanna say they spent the night with Mongo.